Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Sabrina and I would love it so much if you would subscribe. Today we're going to be talking about my breastfeeding essentials. I have been breastfeeding my son for approximately 6 weeks now and we've had a little bit of struggle. It's not been the easiest journey and I wanted to share with you some things that have made it just a little bit easier. So if you're someone who's breastfeeding and looking for tips and tools to make it a little bit easier for you, maybe this video will help you. If you guys have any suggestions, of course, leave them down in the comments below and I will talk a little bit more about my journey as we go throughout this video. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is something that's a drink. One thing that we've struggled with in my personal breastfeeding journey is supply issues. At first, it was really hard for me to get a supply built up. If you guys don't know the story, my son was in the NICU for a while. He was born about 3 weeks early. Technically, he was considered premature because he was born at 36 weeks and 6 days, and they consider you full term at 37 weeks. So he was in the NICU for some issues, and one of the issues he had was he wasn't eating correctly. So when I first started breastfeeding him, his mouth just wasn't big enough for him to know how to eat, and so we had a lot of problems latching, which in turn gave me problems with my supplies. I'm still having troubles with my supply up until this point now, but he's almost exclusively breastfed, except for we give him 1 bottle of formula at night to kind of hold him over. Anyway, the first thing that's helped me is a drink, and it's called a Body Armor. I'm going to post a picture of the one that I get right up here. I love it. I had read on mommy forums that this is supposed to help build your supply, and when I drink this regularly, I do notice a very much increase in my supply. I try to drink about 1 of these a day. If I can get the larger bottles from the gas station, I like that, but I wanted to buy in bulk, so I had to end up getting the smaller versions, and I try to drink about 1 of the smaller versions a day. I don't always do that, but when I do, I notice a supply increase in my supply. The next thing is a little bit controversial, so I know that there are going to be comments probably on this, but this has really helped me as a disabled mom. They're the Mandela cleansing wipes that come with my pump. I actually had someone give me these. I don't know where they came from, but I like doing these at nighttime in between pumps. I know that you're supposed to wash after every pump, but if you're traveling or on the go or at nighttime like me, these come in handy because you just wipe the pump off, then you can repump if you choose to, so you don't have to wash it in between. Definitely wash it whenever you get home or get up in the morning so that you can, but these have been crucial to me for my pump. I have stopped pumping a lot more now. Like, I used to pump more and then I slowed down on pumping, and right now I'm not pumping at all just because I don't have the time to pump because I'm constantly with my baby and I just feed on demand. There is going to be a time next week where I'm going to be away from him, and so he will have to get formula because I can try to pump, I guess, but he'll probably end up getting formula for then, just because I've been having troubles with my supplies. And I know the more you pump, the more you do that, the more milk you get, but I'm still struggling. So if you have any tips about that, let me know. The third thing, and this is something that I swear by just in general as a new parent, is the boppy. Having the boppy to just hold him really on my lap, especially during breastfeeding, is super crucial. I use this in the bed. I use it when I'm in my chair. I use it even when we're not breastfeeding. I love my boppy so much. The fourth thing that's really helpful, and I highly suggest you guys getting this if you are someone who is pumping or having supply issues, a hand pump. Now, I got this when I was leaving the hospital, and the lactation consultant gave it to me, and I love it. I keep it in the living room, and I can carry it with me if I'm traveling, which I haven't really done a lot of traveling, but that's what she suggested it for. So if you are someone who, so one of my boobs doesn't produce as much, I can do power pumping on that and not have to worry about my other breast, because my manual pump, I have to have both breasts pumping at the same time. With the hand pump, I just have to do one, which I really like. It's also good for convenience if I'm in the car traveling, if I'm just wherever. It's a lot more convenient than the manual pump, and I've been told by other people that they get a better, they get more milk out whenever they use the hand pump. I haven't personally noticed that, but I do notice that some people have said that. The fifth thing is something that I swear by. I've talked about this before: a good sports bra or nursing bra. The reason I say this is because my pump, again, is not hands-free. The hands-free pumps are super expensive, and I've read a lot of conflicting information about those. So I personally am kind of leery about getting them, but the one that I have, my insurance paid for the pump, and it's not hands-free. So a good sports bra or any type of bra really. I've only used sports bras and nursing bras to hold the cups in there. Super, super handy. Some good bottles for collections. The ones that we got came with our pump or from the hospital. You can also use bags if you're going to be storing them. I personally have a little bit of trouble with the bags, and because my supply is not the greatest right now and I'm not like storing, I really just use the bottles for storage. The next thing I'm going to talk about is something that I have also discussed before in one of my videos. It's a caddy with supplies. Keeping a caddy next to you with supplies, especially for nighttime, is crucial. So I got a little Target cart, which I can put right here. I filled it up, one of the shelves, with my pump supply. So this has my pump, it has extra bottles, it has bags, it has a marker, it has those wipes. Some people even put snacks on it. I personally don't, because I don't usually snack at night when I'm feeding. I just play on my phone, which we'll talk about in a second. Just whatever you're gonna need for those nighttime pumps, or even just during the day, because pumping can take about 2 to 3 hours out of your day. Super important that you have that caddy right there, I think, personally anyway. And the last thing I want to talk about is something to watch or do, and I'm hoping that you guys can give me suggestions on this. If you guys have any recommendations on what you guys do whenever you're feeding or whenever you're pumping, please let me know in the description box or the comments below. Shows that you recommend, apps that you recommend. If you have any other social media like TikTok, I love TikTok. If you have a TikTok, leave it down below and I'll follow you. Anything that you recommend that you do for any of these things, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to have an open conversation with you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.